family. This is Lisa Marie, and I'm excited to practice with you today. Of course, I'm going to be more excited when I can see you all in person, but until then, at least we get to practice together remotely. So welcome to my living room. We are going to be doing a 60-minute Restorative Goddess Flow today. So to get started, you can just lie back on your mat, soles of the feet on the earth, knees pointing to the sky. And then you can have one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, and you can close your eyes here. And you can just start to take a moment to arrive. And one way we can do this is really by placing our focus onto the breath. So noticing that as you inhale, the belly rises, and then as you exhale, the belly comes back down. Inhale, the belly rises, and exhale back down. So body and breath working together with little intervention from you. And throughout the practice, we're going to continue to have body and breath working together and really reuniting body and mind. So we're acting as one. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the Goddess Gaia. So she is the Greek mother goddess, Mother Earth. So she's really the creator of everything, the entire planet. So the mountains, the trees, plants, animals, and us. And Gaia created us, she nurtured us, and she protects us. And then she reminds us that when we act in harmony with our environment, we'll be cared for. And I think right now, as many of us are feeling anxious, uncertain, and fear as we respond to this pandemic, Gaia can help us feel grounded and supported. In a way, it seems like this pandemic has really had a pause on the planet, and I think it's a good time for us to pause as well as we start to turn inward. And that's really what we'll do throughout this practice. Then you can start to bring the backs of your arms onto the earth, and we're just going to take a few bridge rolls here. So on an inhale, soles of the feet press into the earth, and you can lift your hips high. And then on an exhale, slowly bringing them back down. Inhale, they come high. And exhale, they come right back down. You can take some more now, again matching breath to movement and just going at your own pace. But maybe you extend the movement so it's a little bit slower, the breath is a little bit longer. Your next inhale, as you lift your hips, you can keep them lifted high. And you bring them back down to the earth. Keeping your feet where they are, but hips width apart, you can just gently drop the knees to the right as you gaze to the left. And then you can switch sides. And you can come back to center. You can grab behind your thighs. You can start to rock up and down. And we'll make our way into a comfortable seat. So you can get a comfortable seat onto your mat. You can either sit on a block or just sit cross-legged. And we're going to come into a mudra to begin our practice with. So this is called a mudra. Well, first, a mudra is an energy lock. So it helps us to lock in energy that we're trying to cultivate. So today we're going to take Boom Mudra. So you can take your just two peace fingers, so the thumb is holding down the pinky and the ring finger. And with arms outstretched, you're just going to place your two fingers on to the earth. Now this is a very grounding mudra. So what it does is it helps us feel the connection between our physical body and the earth. And really, that's Gaia. She's the Mother Earth. And it also helps to ground us and to create a sense of calm. And it can help to alleviate anxiety as well. And I think that we probably all need a little bit of that right now. So with your fingers pressing into the earth, you can close your eyes here. And then again, you can just start to turn inward, maybe just focusing on the breath. And if you find that your mind is really active right here, you could even just start to label the exhales. Maybe you start to count them. You can release your Bhu Mudra and you can bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Now you can take a moment and just bring someone to mind, someone who might be a little bit in need right now. Maybe they're struggling with the virus, or maybe they're just feeling a sense of isolation because of the social distancing. But somebody who's struggling a little bit right now, you can bring them to mind. And we can dedicate the merits of your practice to that person. So whatever good comes out of the next 60 minutes, you can give all of the benefits of your practice directly to that person. You can open your eyes, inhale, hands come high. And exhale, hands come to heart center. And again, inhale, hands come high. And exhale, hands come to heart center. And take the right hand, cross it along the left knee. We'll take a seated side twist. So keeping the chin away from the chest, spine long. And then the other side. And then coming back to center, we're going to make our way into tabletop. So in tabletop, shoulders are over wrist, hips are over knees. And you can really get your hands pressed firmly into the earth. You can spread your fingers wide. And then on an inhale, you'll drop your belly, look up for your cow pose. And then on an exhale, you'll arch the spine, drop your head, and that's your cat. So inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch the spine and drop the head. And again, you can take some more now at your own pace. Just matching breath to movement. And as we start to turn inward, you can see if there's any other shapes or movements that might be calling for you right now. And you can take those as well. Sometimes I like to bring my fingers out to the side, or maybe even facing my thighs, stretching out the forearms, taking little circles over my wrist can feel really nice. And then we'll come back to center. And with hands pressing into the earth, you can extend the right leg back so it's parallel to the earth. Hips are squared to the earth and gaze stays straight down. You can take an inhale here and then exhale, just bringing knee to nose, arching your spine like that cat-like spine. And then coming back up, knee to nose. Coming back up, knee to nose, coming back up, holding it here, Inhale, drop the belly, look up, do another cow. Exhale, arch the spine, drop the head, another cat. And then we'll come back to neutral. And this time the left leg will extend out. Hips are squared, gaze stay straight down. Starting to engage the core a little bit. You can take an inhale here, exhale knee to nose. Coming back up, knee to nose. Coming back up, one more time, knee to nose. Coming back up, and holding it here, and then placing knee back down to the earth. Now keeping our hips over knees, we're going to take some big steps forward with our hands coming into our puppy pose. So you can rest either your chin or your forehead onto the earth, and you can almost imagine the chest just trying to connect with the earth here. And breathe. And then keeping the forearms pressed into the earth, you can shimmy your body back and we'll come into our Sphinx pose. So shoulders are over elbows, forearms pressing into the earth, chest coming through shoulders, gaze straight ahead. Just an early back bend, and stretching out the spine. And then you can release all the way down to the earth. Then hands can come wide, maybe you tent the fingers. So hands are off of the mat, and then on an inhale, you'll come up into your wide cobra. You can drop the right shoulder, looking over the left. Coming back up. Dropping the left, looking over the right. Coming back up, and we'll do one more on each side. So dropping the right, looking over the left. And dropping the left, looking over the right. And then coming back up and coming back down to the earth. Hands come underneath shoulders. You can push yourself back up through tabletop. And we'll open the knees wide, sitting back onto our heels. And you can clasp the palms together, prayer hands, and then bending the elbows so the hands come to the nape of the neck. And as you're connecting here with the earth, just having a feeling of surrender. Just feeling supported and grounded. Hands can come back to the earth. You can make your way back into your tabletop. And then curling the toes under, we'll come into our first downward facing dog. So for your first downward facing dog, you can really keep your knees bent here. Maybe you pedal out your feet. Hands are pressed firmly into the earth. And go high on your tiptoes, bending the knees to lengthen the spine. And then you can straighten your legs. Your legs don't have to be perfectly straight. You can keep a little bend in it, and sometimes that can feel better on the spine, keeping the length. And breathing here. And go high on your toes. Bend your knees. We'll slowly walk to your front of the mat. And we'll meet in ragdoll forward fold. So feet hips width apart, opposite hand to opposite elbow. And you can bend the knees quite a bit here and just let the head hang heavy. So your knees are bent, so you're almost like creating a little shelf for your belly. You can feel your feet rooting into the earth. And just letting gravity do the work, so not trying to hold the head up at all. So really the theme for this practice is just being grounded and surrendering. So sometimes we try to do so much, when really sometimes we need to loosen our control and just let things be. And I think that this is a time where we're really all being forced to learn how to do that now. And then with your feet rooting into the earth, you can kind of rock from side to side. You can release your hands to the earth. Toe heel your feet together. You can bend your knees on your inhale, shoulder blades come back to lengthen the spine. And then exhale, forward fold. Feet rooting into the earth as you rise up to standing, extended Tadasana. Hands come high. And then clasp the hands into prayer hands over your head. And really try to lengthen the spine and the arms. And with the feet rooted into the earth, we'll take a side bend to the right. And coming back up through center, side bend to the left. Coming back up through center, you can take those goddess arms. Inhale, look up, opening up the heart space. And then hands can come to heart center. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine, shoulder blades come back. And then you can plant your hands. And we'll step the left foot back. You can drop that back knee. Hands come high to the sky, low lunge. You can relax your shoulders here, gaze straight ahead. Left hand can connect with the earth as we twist to the right. Right hand can come back to the earth, and if you have blocks here, you can use them, but we'll just straighten that front leg. Coming into a gentle half split, so you can inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale, just gently hinging forward. You just feel a slight stretch on the hamstrings. You don't have to go too deep here. You can walk the hands forward, curl the back toes under, and then right foot can kick right on back, three-legged dog on the right. I'm just feeling that line of energy all the way from the palms of your hands to your right heel. And breathing. You can bend your knee here, maybe opening up the hip to the right wall. You can take some ankle rotations in one direction, and then again in the other. You can square the hips back to the earth, and then right foot can come down to meet the left, downward facing dog. And then inhale, glide forward, high plank. And then you can drop the knees here, so we're in our supported plank. And we're going to come all the way down to the earth via low push-up, so keeping those elbows close to the torso. Inhale, coming up to cobra. Exhale, coming back down. You can push back up to your supported plank. Curl the toes under, and coming right back in, downward facing dog. And take 3 breaths here. Go high on the tiptoes, bending the knees, walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. And then exhale, forward fold. Root down to rise up to standing on your inhale, hands come high. And then again, keep those hands high, palms come together. Really stretching to the sky as you take a side bend to the right. And then again to the left. Coming back up through center, take those goddess arms. Inhale, look up for a little mini back bend. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. Shoulder blades come back. Keeping that flat spine, hands can come to the earth. This time, right foot will step back. You can drop the right knee. Hands come high to the sky, low lunge. Right hand can connect to the earth as we twist to the left. Left hand comes back to the earth. You can straighten out that front leg, half split. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to hinge forward. And hands can walk forward and curl the back toes under. Left leg sweeps behind, three-legged dog now on the left. So at first we keep the hips square to the earth, hands pressing into the earth, head is just hanging between biceps. And then you can bend the knee, starting to open up the hip if that feels okay. You can take some ankle rotations in one direction, and then again in the other. You can square the hips back to the earth, and then left foot can come down to meet the right, downward facing dog. And then inhale, we'll glide forward, coming into our high plank. This time we'll come into our low push-up. You can push up to your upward facing dog. And then core strength can bring you back, downward facing dog. And taking 2 more breaths here. And you can go high in your tiptoes, bending the knees, walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root down to rise up to standing on your inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, hands to heart center. So we're going to take some half sun salutations right now. So just matching breath to movement here. So inhale, hands come high. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root down to rise up to standing on your inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root down to rise up to standing on your inhale, hands come high. And exhale, hands come to heart center. We'll take 1 more. Inhale, hands come high. And exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. And then exhale, forward fold. Root down to rise up to standing on your inhale, hands come high. But this time we'll drop the hips, coming into our Utkatasana, so our chair pose. So you can either have your feet together here, or they could be about hips width apart. Whatever is going to help you feel more supported and more grounded. And you breathe. You can sink a little bit lower, trying to keep that spine nice and long. And take an inhale here, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. And then you can plant the hands, step back to your high plank. And come to your low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg will come high here. And then right foot steps forward, back foot dials back. Warrior 1 on the right. So that back foot's at about 45 degrees, and you're really putting a lot of energy. So really pressing into that back foot, because that's what's going to keep your front hips squared. And you can breathe here. Interlace the hands behind your lower back. Inhale, look up for a little mini back bend. And then exhale, we'll fold forward, coming into our humble warrior. So head can come just right to the inside of the right knee. And with the feet rooting into the earth, we can rise right back up to standing. Hands can come high to the sky. And you can bring your hands to heart center. And we'll open up warrior two. So in warrior two, we've got tail to instep alignment. Arms are parallel to the earth. And that front knee is almost tracking to like the pinky or the second toe. And we breathe here. Then on an inhale, we'll straighten the front leg. Hands come high for our gentle warrior. And then exhale, coming back down. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, coming back down. One more time. Inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, and come right back down. You can flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, we'll come into our side angle. So that right forearm can just gently rest on the right thigh. Top hand can be above your head, or maybe it reaches in front towards the front of the mat with the pinky turning down. Or if you have a half or full bind in your practice, you could take that here. We're really thinking the feet are rooted into the earth, which is allowing you to lift up, and the chest is corkscrewing to the sky here. And you breathe. And core strength can bring you back up, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. And then you can straighten out that front leg, and we'll set up for Trikonasana, so our triangle pose. So I like to shorten my stance a little bit, and those back toes, they don't have to be perfectly parallel, as they can start to guide a little bit more to the front of your mat. And you'll try to touch the front of the mat, back hip will go out a little bit. When you can't go anymore, that's when you can drop the right hand to either the shin or a block. Gaze can be at the side wall, or you can gaze up at your hand. And breathing. And core strength will bring you back up. Then you'll pivot to the left. Toes can come out to about 10 and 2. So we drop into our goddess. So hands can come to heart center, shoulders stacked over hips. And we breathe here. Again, feeling the connection your feet's making with the earth, feeling supported, and also just recognizing how strong you are to be in this posture right now. And just a reminder that no matter what comes your way, you have the strength. And we'll pivot to the right, coming back into our warrior two. Reverse your warrior, and then hands can windmill back down to the earth. You can step back to your high plank. We'll hold in high plank just for a breath or two. So core is engaged. Almost like your belly button's coming back towards your spine. And we take an inhale here, and then an exhale, push right back, downward facing dog. And then left leg will come high. The left foot steps forward, warrior one on the left. Hands come high to the sky, that back foot's dialed back. You're finding some stability here. Strong posture. And you can interlace the hands behind your lower back. Inhale, look up, opening up the heart space. Exhale, folding forward into your humble warrior. And again, you can just let the head hang heavy here, letting gravity do the work and remembering to breathe. As the feet root into the earth, it pushes you back up to your warrior one. Hands can come high to the sky, and then hands can come to heart center. We'll open up warrior two. And breathing here. And your gaze is right at that middle finger, your drishti. And it's always important to try to keep a steady gaze in yoga, because sometimes when our eyes are darting around, that means our mind is darting around too. And then on our inhale, we'll straighten the front leg, hands come high, gentle warrior. Exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, we come back down. One more time. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, we come back down. Now we'll keep those warrior two legs. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, side angle. So that left forearm just comes to the left thigh, not collapsing, just resting. And the left side of the chest tries to corkscrew. Whatever arm variation you took on the other side, you can take here. And maybe check back in with your breath. And make sure you're still breathing. And sometimes when the postures get challenging, we stop breathing, just like in life. When some things get challenging, we can stop breathing, but really that's when we need to breathe the most. And we'll come back up to our warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And you can straighten that front leg as we set up for Trikonasana now on the left. So I'll shorten my stance a little bit. Arms are parallel, trying to touch the front of the mat, and then left hand to a shin or block. And core strength brings you back up. And this time we will pivot to the right, and we'll come back into our goddess. So, sorry, my back is turned to you guys. As you sink into your goddess, hands come to heart center. Maybe this time you close your eyes. And you can even sway a little bit back and forth, seeing how that feels. Maybe as you sway, you start to get lower and lower. And finding some stillness. And breathing. And pivot to the left, coming back into our warrior two. You can inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, hands can windmill back down to the earth. And you can step back to your high plank. We'll hold it here. And then pushing right back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, go high on your tiptoes. Exhale, bending the knees. You can walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen. And then exhale, forward fold. Root down to rise up to standing on an inhale, hands come high. And then on an exhale, hands come to heart center. We'll just take a few balancing postures today. So you can start off, we're going to come into tree, so you can place the weight into your right foot, and then we'll lift the left leg up. And it can come to, you can either kickstand, it can come into the calf, or it can come to the inner thigh. So whatever feels most comfortable to you. You can find something to gaze at that's not moving. Again, finding your drishti. Now keep your hands at heart center, or you can grow your tree here. center, and then releasing the leg back down to the earth. And maybe shake it out a little bit here. Now we'll place the weight into your left foot and we'll come into tree on the other side. Hands can come to heart center. Again, finding something to gaze at that's not moving your drishti. You can decide to either keep your hands at heart center or you can grow your tree. Hands can come back to heart center, and then you can release your foot back down to the earth. Inhale, hands come high, and then exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine, shoulder blades come back, and then you can plant the hands, stepping back to your high plank. And I think this is going to be your last high plank, so just breathing here for a moment. And then you can drop your knees to the earth, and we're coming to our tabletop. So placing the weight into your right hand, you can bring your right leg pivoted about 45 degrees, and then we'll come into our supported side plank. So knee to the earth. Then you can stay in your supported side plank, or if you want, you can lift that left leg and you're in your supported half moon. And then you can either stay in your supported half moon, or you can grab that left ankle coming into your supported half moon bow. Again, you decide. You can check into your body and see what would feel good for you today. And really, that's part of the practice. The practice of turning inward, understanding what would work and honoring that. You gently release your ankle, coming back into your supported half moon. And then with intention, lowering the leg back to the earth. And then the left hand can come back to the earth and you're in your tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch the spine, just taking a moment to reset. And then coming back into neutral. This time we'll place the weight into our left hand. Left shin kickstands. We'll come into our supported side plank on the left. You can either stay in your supported side plank, or you can raise the right leg coming into your supported half moon. Staying here, or grabbing your ankle, coming into your supported half moon bow. You can release the ankle, coming back into your supported half moon. With intention, right leg goes down, and coming back into your tabletop. Opening the knees wide and sitting right back into your child's pose. And taking some grounding breaths here. You can either keep your hands in front of you, or if it feels better on the shoulders, arms can just come out alongside you. And sometimes that can just feel a little bit more restful. You can bring hands back out in front. You can make your way back into your tabletop. You cross the ankles. Come onto your bum, and then we're going to come right back onto our back. So right how we started our practice, in that constructive rest posture. And we're just going to take one more bridge. So with the feet hips width apart, maybe see if you can just graze your heels with your fingertips. Triceps can press into the earth, or you can interlace your hands under your lower back. And we'll come up into our bridge. And hips are high. Breathing here. hips to the earth. Feet can come wide to the edges of the mat with the knees knock in, so knock knee pose. And this is just a nice posture, nice counterbalance for our back bends. And then soles of the feet come together, knees come wide, Supta Padasana. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Again, feeling supported. So as we respond to this virus, it does seem like the planet or Gaia is taking some time to rebalance, to reset. And it almost seems like she's asking us to take that time too. So while many of us are confined to our houses right now, it's actually a good opportunity to pause. And we can kind of start to look inward and just see if there's anything in our own life that needs resetting. Are we in relationships that are fulfilling? Are we pursuing work that we love? And are we giving back to society in a meaningful way? So those are big questions. And we often don't have time to really think about them, never mind answer them, because we're busy rushing from one activity to the next. So during this time, it does give us an opportunity for a little bit more self-reflection. Give the knees a hug in, maybe rocking a little bit side to side. And then we're going to extend the legs to the sky. Now if you have a block, you can place that underneath your sacrum, or you can also just place the hands underneath the hips. You can bring the knees back in for a hug. And we'll set up for reclining figure four. So right ankle can cross in front of left knee. And you can either grab behind the left thigh if you'd like more of a stretch, or you could just keep the foot planted on the earth. So again, just seeing how you feel. Switch sides. Left ankle crosses in front of the right knee. Either holding on to that thigh or just planting the foot on the earth. You can release your ankle, bringing both knees in. And you can grab the inside edges of your feet, maybe with heel over knees, and just take a happy baby. Rocking from side to side. And then you can hug both knees in. Keeping the right knee hugged in, left leg can come out long. And then with the left hand, you can gently guide the right knee across the left side of your body as you gaze to the right. That right arm can come out like an anchor supporting you. And then coming back to center, hugging both knees in. This time we'll keep the left knee hugged in, right leg goes long, right hand guides left knee across the body as we gaze to the left. And then coming back to center, giving yourself one more hug. And you can just take a moment just to express gratitude for yourself, for taking the time today to practice, to work on reintegrating body, mind, and spirit. And as you release your legs long on the earth, as we start to come into our final resting posture, I'm going to guide you through a loving kindness meditation so you can stay lying on the earth in your Shavasana. I'm going to sit up because it's easier for me to talk when I'm seated. So if you're watching, you can just lie down, head, chest, and shoulders just starting to melt into the earth. You can either keep your palms facing the sky, or if you want, you can bring your hands to your heart. And just take a moment, just settling in. And then bring to mind someone for whom it's easy for you to love. So somebody where you have a very uncomplicated relationship with. Maybe it's a child, or a parent, or a pet, or a partner, but just someone who it's easy to love. And you can picture them in your mind, and picture them really happy. They have a great smile on their face. Maybe they're doing something that they really love to do. Then you want them to be happy. And we're going to send blessings out to this person that you have in your mind. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you live with ease. And you really do want this person to be happy and healthy, and to have a life that's easy. And if you could clear off all the roadblocks for that person, you would. Okay, you can just picture that person in your mind, sending out your love to them. Next, we're going to send out our blessings to a more neutral person. So you can picture somebody that you don't have good or bad feelings for, just somebody neutral. So probably somebody that you don't know very well. It could be somebody that you see at the grocery store, or somebody that you see in a commute. But whoever came to mind, that's the person. And you can even try to picture this person happy. And we'll send out blessings to this person. The same blessings that we sent out to the person who it's easy for us to love. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you live with ease. And next we're going to send out those blessings to the entire planet. So everyone on it, all the people, and really all sentient beings, so all the animals as well too. And you can picture yourself in this group as well. And we're going to send out the blessings to the planet, because really the planet needs it right now. There's probably never been a time like now where we're all in the same boat across the planet with the same fears, the same anxieties. So we'll send out our blessings to everyone. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you live with ease. And again, you can try to picture, visualize that any way that works for you. Maybe it's you with your family or with your community. But sending out those blessings and really seeing how that feels, how that shows up in your body. Just as we spend the next moment or so, you can just relax in your body. Feeling supported with the love that you've sent out. Now when you're ready, you can start to roll over to your right or left side, so whatever's more comfortable. And you can start to make your way up to a comfortable seated position. We'll meet with our hands at heart center. And you can either keep your eyes closed or you can gaze softly at your fingertips. And you bring your thumb knuckles to your lips and then to your third eye. And wishing you love and light on your journey. Everything that is good and light in me bows to everything that is good and light in you. Namaste. Well, thank you so much for practicing with me. And again, I hope to see you in person very, very, very soon. And be well.